Most manifestation teachings, including the law of attraction, rely on wishful thinking without addressing how your brain, nervous system, and subconscious mind actually filter and create your reality. If you've been trying to manifest something, but it just isn't happening, it's not because you're unlucky or because you're a bad manifester. You might just be missing an important piece. In my experience, it's not just about asking, it's about getting into alignment with what you want, rewiring subconscious blocks, and activating your nervous system's ability to receive. In this video, I'm sharing a manifestation technique that has helped me, my clients, and friends manifest relationships, career shifts, home sales, and major breakthroughs. And it's not just about journaling or feeling. It's about a fully embodied subconscious shift that creates real results. You ready? Welcome to Sacred in Bloom. I'm Natalie, a transformational coach specializing in empowering women navigating midlife. Here we go beyond thinking positive thoughts and into real embodied transformation. Make sure to hit that subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for being here. I like to call this technique a love letter to the universe, but it's so much more than just writing a letter. When I work with my clients around manifestation, there are 3 key blocks I address with them before they ever write the letter and while they are in the manifestation process. Supporting yourself in these 3 areas is key to dramatically increasing your ability to manifest before you ever even set an intention. Your nervous system is in survival mode. Change, even good change, is scary for your nervous system. Its job is not to keep you happy, it's to keep you safe. So if your body doesn't feel safe, it's sending signals to your brain to protect you, even if it's from what you think you want. If you're saying yes, but your nervous system is saying no, it's going to be extremely difficult to manifest change in your life. That's part of why doing consistent nervous system support, like somatic therapies, is so important. Even 5 to 10 minutes of daily conscious, calming movement or breath work can really make a difference. Second, your inner child or subconscious doesn't believe it's possible. Growing up, we learn a story about love, money, success. That story might sound like, I have to do X to deserve love, or if I really let someone in, I'll just get hurt. Your money story might be that people with a lot of money behave a certain way, or that to be successful, you have to do certain things you don't believe you're capable of. If you don't believe you're worthy enough, or that you can trust what you want when it arrives for you, you may be subconsciously blocking yourself from receiving what you're asking for. If you have a story that isn't aligned with what you're asking for, your brain clocks it as a lie. If you say, I'm wealthy, money flows to me effortlessly, but deep down you don't believe it, your brain will not only reject it as a lie, it may actually reinforce the opposite. Why does this happen? Because your brain is wired for cognitive consistency. It wants your beliefs and reality to match. If a statement contradicts your subconscious programming, your mind will trigger resistance, doubt, even stress. If there's a big enough gap between what you're trying to tell yourself and your story, it can actually activate your amygdala, the part of your brain that handles your threat response, making your nervous system push back. So if you grew up believing money is hard to come by, saying I'm wealthy can actually create stress in your body because it clashes with your existing neural wiring. Have you ever tried to do affirmations but gave up because it just sounded like bullshit? I'm going to show you how to get around that in a way that's backed by science. Last is you aren't in alignment. Are you manifesting what you truly want or what you think you should want or what someone else wants for you? What stories are you telling yourself about what you want to manifest? When your desires align with your deepest values and your beliefs are supporting you, manifestation flows effortlessly. My process helps you get into alignment and get honest with yourself about what your beliefs are around what you're asking for so you can clear away what's been blocking you. This is why the love letter ritual is so powerful. It combines intention, alignment, and release to create real results. Step 1, regulate your nervous system before writing. Manifestation works best when your body feels safe. Ideally, you're doing a daily nervous system regulation practice, especially if you're trying to get out of the freeze burnout cycle. You can check out my video about that here. If you aren't doing a daily practice, please consider giving yourself even 5 minutes a day to do some slow, restorative movement or breath work. Before you start writing your love letter, give your nervous system support so that you're manifesting from a regulated, receptive state rather than stress, survival mode, or subconscious resistance. First, identify your current nervous system state. Here are some examples of common nervous system states that block manifestation and how to shift them. Fight mode. Fight mode might sound like I have to struggle to get what I want, or nothing comes easy for me. It can feel like your body is bracing, like you're always one step away from snapping or burning out. There's often tension in the jaw, the fists, the shoulders, the gut. You might notice yourself feeling short-tempered, overly self-critical, or resentful that you've had to work so hard for everything. Underneath fight mode usually holds a deeper belief that you have to prove your worth through effort, that nothing good comes without pushing, grinding, or sacrifice, that if you let your guard down, even for a second, you'll lose everything you've worked for. It's not just about being mad. It's about trying to control life from a place of fear. Manifestation from this state often turns into forcing outcomes, hyper-focusing on how things will unfold, or clinging tightly to the details because letting go feels dangerous. Helpful movements for this state are about discharging energy and then softening into safety. Try putting your hands on a wall and pushing with your full strength for a few seconds. Then pause and breathe. Or press your palms firmly together, hold and release. These give your body the message, okay, we fought, we did the hard thing, now we can rest. Going for a walk can also be helpful, ideally in nature, but even a few blocks of intentional movement can help move the heat through. Skip the stimulating music and opt for silence or something calming, like nature sounds if you're in the city. After your walk, place your hands on your body and say, I'm safe now. I don't have to fight for this. If you're manifesting a more peaceful relationship, maybe with your mother-in-law, your friend, your boss, or even with yourself, but you're still walking around internally armored and on edge, give that fire somewhere to go first. Journal it. Say the things you're afraid to admit. Get it all out. Not to fix anyone else, but to release the charge so you can shift back into your own center. And if you're calling in a new partner, but part of you is still raging at your ex, honor that anger. Let it be seen and expressed in a healthy way. Your emotions are valid. You just don't want that frequency tangled up in your love letter. Feel it, move it, and let it soften. Not for them, for you. Flight mode. Flight mode might sound like, I'm not ready yet, or I'll get to it after I just take care of this one thing. It can show up as procrastination, distraction, over-planning, or a constant sense of needing to prepare before you're allowed to take action. You might feel restless, mentally scattered, or like you can't land anywhere long enough to connect with what you really want. It's that subtle hum of anxiety that keeps your mind busy and your body buzzing, like something bad will happen if you stop moving. Underneath flight mode, there's often a belief that slowing down isn't safe, that if you pause long enough to really be with yourself, you'll get overwhelmed or discover something you're not ready to face. It can also carry a fear of failure, so you stay in motion to avoid having to confront what would happen if you actually tried. Helpful practices here are all about grounding, landing, and reconnecting with your body. You can try the butterfly hug, cross your arms over your chest, and gently tap your shoulders left to right while breathing slowly. This rhythmic motion helps your nervous system downshift and gives your busy mind something simple and soothing to focus on. Another beautiful way to come back into presence is through side gazing. Slowly look to one side, hold for about 30 to 45 seconds. You may notice that you yawn, that your eyes water. Once you do that, go ahead and look to the other side. Again, you're keeping your head straight forward and you're just glancing to the side with your eyes. The reason this works is it's sending a signal to your brain. If you are in danger, you have to be able to look straight forward to run away, to escape that danger. So what this is doing is telling your brain, we're so safe that I can just gaze off to the side for as long as I want and nothing bad is going to happen. It's like an ancient safety cue. It tells your body, there's no danger, we're safe to be here. You can also press your feet into the floor and say, I'm right here, I'm supported. I don't have to do anything else right now. If you're trying to manifest clarity, purpose, abundance, but you keep bouncing from one idea to another or researching without choosing, this is your signal. You don't need more information. You need permission to land. Let yourself pause, even for one breath, one page, one sentence. Say to yourself, it's safe to be still. It's safe to listen. I don't have to outrun my desire. Flight tells you that being ready requires more doing, but the truth is, you're already enough. You're already allowed. Next is freeze mode. Freeze mode might sound like, I don't deserve this, or what's the point in trying, or even, I can't feel anything right now. It can feel like emotional numbness, fogginess, or complete shutdown. You know you want change, but something in you is frozen, like you're stuck behind glass, watching life from the outside. This is often the nervous system's final defense. It's what happens when everything has felt like too much for too long. Freeze isn't laziness or lack of willpower. It's a deep internal pause that once kept you safe when you didn't have any other way to protect yourself. Underneath freeze mode, there's often a belief that your desires don't matter, or worse, that it's not even safe to want anything at all. You might have learned early in life that reaching out, expressing needs, or taking up space led to rejection or emotional abandonment. So now your system checks out before you even begin. When you're in this place, manifestation can feel impossible, not because you don't want something better, but because you're so disconnected from the part of you that still believes it's possible. The most important thing here is go gently. This isn't about pushing through or forcing clarity. It's about slowly warming the body back into movement, into life. Try micro movements. Wiggle your fingers or toes, circle your wrists or ankles. You can even rock slowly side to side, blink slowly, or place a warm hand on your chest. These things can be enough to begin waking the system up. One of the best somatic tools for freeze is the VOO breath. Inhale deeply, and on the exhale, let out a long, low VOO sound until the air is all gone. Do this 3 or 4 times. It gently stimulates your vagus nerve, which comes down through your throat and through your chest, and it goes through a large part of your body. This can help unthaw that frozen, locked energy without overwhelming your system. You can also try naming what is true in the moment without judgment. I feel foggy right now. I feel still. I feel far away. You're reminding your system that you're here, and it's okay to come back into your body one breath at a time. If you're trying to manifest something beautiful like connection, purpose, or joy, but you feel stuck in the void, that's okay. You don't need to figure everything out today. You don't need to write the perfect letter or know exactly what you want. Just begin where you are. Sometimes the most healing thing you can do is let yourself want something small. Not the love of your life, just 1 or 2 dates that feel easy and kind. Maybe not the dream job, but just one opportunity that feels aligned and gentle. Maybe not total clarity, but one next step that gives you a sense of forward motion. Desire doesn't have to be big to be powerful. When you're coming out of freeze, the smallest yes is enough. Your spark is still there. It's just resting. And with the right care and safety, it will rise again. Last is fawn mode. Fawn mode might sound like, if I succeed, people won't love me, or who am I to ask for more? It can also sound like, I'll take care of myself after I take care of everyone else. This is the energy of shrinking, self-abandoning, or trying to be what others need you to be in order to feel safe or accepted. And it's sneaky, because on the outside it can look like kindness or responsibility, but underneath it's often about earning your right to exist by being useful, agreeable, or invisible. The worthiness wound here is a little different than in freeze. In fawn, you do believe you have value, but only if you're being helpful, pleasing, or keeping everyone else comfortable. It's a kind of conditional worth. I'm lovable as long as I don't take up too much space or have too many needs. So when you go to manifest something that's really about you, your happiness, your success, your deep desires, there can be this quiet guilt or fear, like having more might make someone else have less, or if you shine too brightly, people might pull away. A lot of the time you might catch yourself putting off your vision until you've handled everything else. That's fawn too. Helpful movements for fawn are all about expanding, owning your space, and reconnecting with your inner power. One of my favorites is the superhero pose. You stand tall with your feet planted wide, hands on your hips, your chest lifted. Take a few deep breaths here and really feel what it's like to stand in your power. Say to yourself, it's safe for me to want what I want. I don't have to shrink to be loved. Mirror work can also be really powerful here. Look into your eyes and say, I matter. My needs matter. I don't need permission to receive. If you're manifesting more clients, a new partner, more visibility, more love, and part of you still wants to hide or be liked by everyone, this is the work. Fawn mode wants you to stay small so everyone else stays comfortable. But your desires, they need your full presence. You were never supposed to please, help, or satisfy everyone else before your needs were allowed to matter. Not everyone will like you or align with you, and that's okay. As a recovering people pleaser who still dips into fawn response in moments of crisis, please hear this. You're allowed to shift. You're allowed to show up differently. Other adults get to manage their own feelings and needs. You are not responsible for shrinking to make everyone else feel okay. You get to want what you want. You get to take up space. And receiving isn't selfish, it's your birthright. Okay. Now that you've taken the time to tend to your body and your nervous system, notice how things feel. You might still have some emotion stirring, or maybe a little tension or uncertainty is lingering, and that's okay. This isn't about being in a perfect state. It's about arriving at a place where your body feels safe enough to soften, to receive, and to begin. This is why nervous system regulation is such a powerful foundation for manifestation. It shifts you out of trying to force or hustle your way into a new reality and instead brings you into true energetic alignment. You're not manifesting from fear or lack. You're asking from a place that feels grounded and real. When your system is more regulated, your desires don't come from panic, fear, or urgency. They come from truth. Your body's no longer blocking what you want. It's participating in it. It's starting to open. And that's when things begin to move. And that's what makes this different from surface level manifesting techniques. You're not trying to convince yourself. You're actually training your body to feel safe receiving. You're no longer trying to prove or earn your desires. You're remembering they're already yours to hold. Step 2, identify blocks and align your energy. Okay, I know step 1 may have felt like a lot, but I'm sharing the full method with you because that's what actually works. This isn't about bypassing the hard stuff. It's about getting real with yourself so that what you're calling in can actually land. So hang in there with me. You're doing great. Before we write your love letter to the universe, we need to get honest about what you truly want and what might be standing in the way of receiving it. Start by writing down the thing you're calling in right now. Maybe it's a new job, a romantic partner, an improvement in your current relationship, selling your house with ease, finding a beautiful new apartment, getting a raise, more clients, clarity, more joy, whatever it is. Write it clearly at the top of a piece of paper. Then I want you to take a moment to sit with these questions. You don't have to answer every single one in detail, but feel into the ones that bring something alive in you. That's where the gold is. Why do I want this right now? How would my life change if I received it? What feeling am I really trying to create through this desire? Is this something I truly want for myself, or is part of me hoping someone else will be impressed, proud, or finally see me? What do I believe about people who already have the thing I'm trying to call in? What do I believe about myself that supports me in receiving this? What beliefs might be blocking me? Are those beliefs actually true? What if they aren't? What small steps could I take to bring myself into deeper alignment with this desire? For example, you might realize, I want a relationship, but I'm afraid it'll take away my freedom. Or I want more money, but I think wealthy people are selfish. This is not a failure. That's just useful information. Awareness is the first shift. Some of these questions might stir something important. Some might not. Just stay curious. And if you're not totally sure that what you're calling in actually reflects your core values, take a pause and do a quick values check-in. If you haven't done one before, you can download the free values inventory on my website. I'll link it below. It's a beautiful way to make sure that your desires are actually your own and not just what you think you're supposed to want or what someone else wants. Before we move forward, take a moment and let's check in again with your body. Did anything in those questions make you tighten or go numb? Did you feel a drop in your energy or a spike in emotion? If you did, honor that. Go back to step 1 and give yourself a little more nervous system support before moving on if you need to. You don't have to rush. You don't have to get it perfect. Your system will tell you when you're ready. Step 3, write your love letter. We made it. Your nervous system is on board. You've gotten honest with yourself about what you want and why, and you've done the brave work of looking at what might be standing in the way. That's huge. Now it's time to write your love letter to the universe. Grab a fresh piece of paper and start writing as if you're speaking directly to whatever loving force you feel connected to, whether that's the universe, God, source, higher self, spirit, Bob, Barbara. It doesn't matter what you call it. Just speak from the heart to something that always has your back. Let your desire come alive on the page. If you're manifesting a new office space, describe what you need. How does it feel when you walk in? Does it have big windows, natural light? What's the vibe? How close is it to your home? Can you smell fresh coffee from the cafe next door? Let it become real in your body as you write. If you're manifesting a smooth home sale, what's the number you want to sell for? Ask for buyers who can really see themselves being happy there. Ask for aligned agents, easy paperwork, a clean closing. If it's a new relationship, describe the little things they do that make you smile. How do you feel when you're with them? What kind of connection do you share? What kind of things do you have in common? What do they value? Where do they live? What is their energy like? What makes you feel safe and alive in their presence? Let yourself go there, not from desperation, but from curiosity and a quiet joy. Let yourself feel it as if it's already possible. Now let's talk about how to phrase things so that your brain doesn't shut it all down. Some people say to write as if it's already happened, like, I'm so grateful now that I have a romantic partner who loves to travel with me. If that feels empowering to you, use it. But if it gives you the ick or feels like you're lying to yourself, I want you to try something called future pacing. It's a technique from psychology and NLP that works with your brain instead of against it. Rather than pretending the thing is already here, you speak to your readiness and your openness to receive. It's softer, more believable to your subconscious, and way more effective if you tend to doubt yourself or shut things down. So try something like, I am open and ready to welcome in a partner who loves to travel with me. I love how much easier it feels to meet someone now that I've let go of what was blocking me. Every day I feel more confident that the person I'm calling in is also looking for me. These kinds of statements bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. They speak from becoming rather than pretending, and your nervous system can relax into that, sometimes a little easier. If writing in the past tense lights you up, do that. If it feels fake, use progress-based language. There's no wrong way here, just the way that keeps you open. Here are some examples to try on. So if you want to do progress-oriented, you could say, I love how my career is unfolding in a way that aligns with my purpose, or it feels amazing to see signs my manifestation is on its way, or I'm creating more opportunities for abundance every day. Or you can try gratitude for the journey. That might sound like, I'm so grateful I'm stepping into a relationship that feels loving and aligned. I love how I'm recognizing more and more that I deserve success and joy. Another approach is energetic openness. So that might sound like, I trust the universe is aligning the right opportunities for me right now. I feel myself becoming more and more ready to receive what I've been asking for. Choose the language that helps you feel calm, connected, and real. That's the sweet spot. Step 5, release and activate the energy. Once you've written your love letter, you have a few options for how to complete the ritual. You can leave it in your journal where you will revisit it from time to time. Or you might want to fold it up and tuck it under your pillow, your mattress, or in a sacred space, somewhere it feels held and alive. If it feels right to you, speak the letter out loud. Stand in a power pose, breathe deeply, and let your body feel what it's like to speak your truth and desires into the universe. You can even smile or dance while you read it. That movement and emotion helps your body register this moment as real. You're not just imagining, it's already happening. And finally, take a small piece of paper and write down any limiting beliefs that came up during the process. Anything you're ready to let go of. Burn it, bury it, tear it up, whatever feels meaningful. The goal is to release it with intention, not to destroy it with shame. Let the act of releasing be a reminder to your system that you're allowed to move forward now. You don't have to carry what no longer fits you. You've done something powerful here, not just energetically, but physiologically. You've shifted your nervous system, clarified your desire, and aligned your subconscious to support your next step. This is the part most people skip, but it's what makes manifestation real, embodied, and lasting. If you want to go deeper or make this experience feel even more sacred and powerful, here are a few gentle ways to amplify the energy. If you're someone who connects with symbolism or ritual, you can layer in a few simple elements to make your practice even more powerful and embodied. These aren't required, but they can deepen your emotional connection and create a more sacred, memorable experience. Try aligning your practice with the moon cycle. A new moon is a beautiful time for setting intentions and planting energetic seeds, while a full moon is ideal for releasing what no longer serves you and calling in what you're ready to fully receive. You might also work with the elements to anchor your ritual into the physical world. Burn your limiting beliefs with fire. Rinse your hands afterward, or take a bath to cleanse the energy. Bury the ashes of your letter in the soil, or speak your affirmations out loud into the air with your breath. These simple gestures can help your body and your nervous system register that something has shifted. If music moves you, create a manifestation playlist. Choose songs that make you feel empowered, open, joyful, or deeply connected. Let the music lift your energy while you write or speak your letter out loud. You don't have to wait to feel good after your manifestation arrives. You can start practicing that feeling now. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. Your ritual should feel like you. So why does this work? This whole practice might feel simple, but underneath it all, some pretty incredible science is at work. You're not just daydreaming, you're actively rewiring your brain and shifting your energetic state. When you write and speak your desires out loud, you're activating a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, or RAS for short. This is the filter in your brainstem that decides what you notice and what fades into the background. Once your RAS knows what to look for, it starts highlighting opportunities, resources, and connections that align with what you want. It's like setting your internal GPS. You're also engaging your emotional and your energetic state, which is what actually drives behavior and perception. When you connect with how you want to feel, not just what you want, it starts to shift your frequency. That emotional charge creates what some would call magnetism. And then there's your subconscious mind, which is really where the magic happens. About 95% of your behavior is driven by subconscious beliefs. So when you gently surface the ones that have been blocking you and consciously choose to release them through writing, awareness, or ritual, you're opening the door for entirely new possibilities to take root. This is how you move from hoping into alignment, from fantasizing into co-creating. Your words, your focus, your body's readiness to receive, this is what manifestation really is. Let me know in the comments what you're manifesting. You can drop a fire emoji if you're releasing blocks, or the little stars if you're ready to receive. If you want to go deeper, I've put together a free step-by-step guide you can download. The link is below. And if this video resonated with you, please help my channel grow by giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with someone who needs it. Subscribing doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps me so much and lets me know that what I'm putting out there is valuable to you. If you are struggling to navigate things right now, I hope you know you're in the right place and feel supported by my content. I've recently created a Patreon as a more private space for us to connect in a deeper, more supportive way. It's a space where we can talk honestly about some of the harder things: midlife transitions, burnout, tough relationships, personal growth, without the pressure and noise of social media. Inside, you'll find things like ad-free versions of my guided meditations and somatic practices, journal prompts, exclusive content I don't share anywhere else, and a place to ask questions or share your own reflections. For those who want more connection and a sense of community, it's also where we're beginning to build a circle of women supporting each other through real transformation. You don't have to go through this alone. If being part of something like that feels good to you, I'd love to have you join us. There are lots of things available when you join at the free level, or if you want more, I have a couple of tiers with expanded offerings. YouTube recently started running ads during my meditations and maybe on this video. I don't have any control over that as a newer creator, but I do want you to know that I'm doing whatever I can to make sure you have access to my content in a way that serves you. So that's why I have created the Patreon so that you can access those there. I want you to know you're sacred, you're powerful. Thank you for being here. Please take such good care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.